Well, good evening. Thank you all for being here. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here and address everyone. Again, I'm Michael Young. I'm from the Diocese of Venice in Florida. Actually, though, although I have connections to that diocese, I'm actually a Tar Heel from North Carolina. Anyhow, on my journey to John the 23rd, I have never been alone. The Holy Spirit has been with me along the way. And also, He shined through many people I have met along the way. And I was born into a devout Catholic family, the oldest of 3 children. Now, I can honestly say my family was very close. My parents, they were very loving and nurturing, but not everything was perfect. We had hardships. We had to endure illness, job loss, a lot of financial hardships, and moves, and so on. But all these things truly brought our family closer together. And the good times far outweighed the bad. And through it all, I can honestly say, my parents were a living example of love, perseverance, and graciousness towards God. Just prior to my junior year in high school, my father suffered a very severe stroke. He recovered, but he did lose his job as a result of that. And he found reemployment, but we had to move to a new state. And this is where one of the financial hardships came in. I had to go to work in order to help the family. And I was able to find a job at a furniture factory, and it paid well. It was a second shift job that allowed me still to go to school and work. And I had that job till I graduated from high school. And that job instilled in me a genuine respect for accountability, responsibility, and a very solid work ethic. And through all this, thanks to God and loving but demanding parents, my faith never suffered. It was always with us through these times. And following high school, I enlisted in the United States Navy. And I gotta say here, my military service was very modest compared to those who served before me, those who served after me, and all those serving now. But nonetheless, I served. And it was while in the Navy, my call to vocation began to stir in my heart. Much of this was due to a Navy chaplain, Father Richard Powers. He was a true padre through and through. You could literally see the joy he had in his priesthood and in his role as a Navy chaplain. He embodied being a man for others. I was able to speak to him about my vocation. And he advised me not to discard the notion of a call to vocation, but that I should gain some life experience, complete my college education, and if the call was genuine, it would be there in the future. It's still here today. And after completing my military obligation, I was accepted into the police academy. One of the first things I learned after graduating from the academy and being on patrol, that nobody ever calls 911 to report they're having a good day. Seriously. And I had to always strive to be at my best when situations and people were at their worst. I learned the importance to strive when people are down. The only time I need to be looking down at them is when I'm lifting them up. And truly, now that I think about it, being a police officer and the priesthood have a lot of similarities. Sadly, one thing we see a lot of today is the severe criticism and scrutiny by the media and the people police officers and priests serve. But from those who personally benefit from this service, there's a deep sense of appreciation and admiration. And sometimes that's what makes it worth that serving. And as I said, police work in itself, you learn to be a man for others. It's forming you, and it was forming me. And it was in my time in law enforcement that my vocational call came back ever stronger. And after a couple of false starts and a lot of prayer and discernment, I decided to embrace the call. I began my formation as a member of the Oratory of St. Philip Neri. The priest and the brothers there were very supportive. I learned much through them and from them. But ultimately, I discerned that my vocation was to be a diocesan priest, not a religious. And today, I am very grateful to Bishop Frank Duane of the Diocese in Venice, Florida, who accepted me as a candidate for the priesthood. And now, God continues to bless me here as I prepare for the priesthood in the company of men like myself who are second career vocations. We are brothers who share in a common faith, striving to respond to a divine invitation to follow Christ and to be men for others. The priests, the faculty, and the staff here at John the 23rd are amazing. Each day, without fail, they demonstrate their duty, their dedication, in forming us and preparing us to be members of the priesthood. Truly, they are a great source of wisdom and guidance. Following ordination here, though, there is still a sense of fraternity that's continued to be shared among a lot of the alumni. Just this past summer, one of our alumni, a priest serving down south in North Carolina, tragically lost his sister. What made this even worse, he had lost 2 other sisters prior to this. And without hesitation, an alumni who is a priest here in the Archdiocese of Boston, he is here tonight, and another, he's a student who studies here at this seminary, he is also present here tonight, drove for over 10 hours immediately, I stress upon hearing this, to be there to support their brother. And this says much about who we are here and the caliber of the men who are studying for the priesthood. Again, we are here to be men for others. And as a community of faith, we are grateful to all of you, our benefactors. Without your prayers, without your presence, and that's on Sunday mornings and at other events, without your financial support, there would not be a John the 23rd. We could not have our vocations fulfilled. Know that through your support, each of you plays a genuine role in our formation. There's a part of you that goes with us. And I will say this, your support for this community and its mission is truly a gift from God. And on behalf of all here at Pope St. John the 23rd National Seminary, the Archdiocese of Boston, and all the dioceses and religious orders represented here, I thank you. Thank you.